Talk Real Estate with Sharon McNamara, sponsored by Boston Connect Real Estate Services.
Hi, I'm Sharon McNamara, and you are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. Let me share a little bit about my background before we get started. I am the broker-owner of Boston Connect Real Estate, a boutique real estate firm that is home to over 30 real estate sales and marketing consultants who service home buyers and home sellers throughout Boston, the South Shore, the South Coast, and Cape Cod. Our firm takes pride in assisting our clients in the next chapter of their lives by taking a holistic approach to their real estate endeavors. We believe that every move should be a moving experience. Every week, my real estate team member, Mary Baker, and I, along with the director of Boston Connect Real Estate, Melissa Wallace, provide you with our unique marketing approach to selling homes and share with you our expertise in navigating the home buying process. We like to mix it up sometimes, so not only will you hear our perspective on real estate topics, but you will hear the expert thoughts and opinions of some of our real estate agents at Boston Connect Real Estate and the preferred professionals that we trust. Be part of our roundtable. If you have any questions during the show, please call 781-837-4900. We'd love to talk real estate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you listen to podcasts at Talk Real Estate Roundtable. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me and my team or one of the dedicated agents at Boston Connect Real Estate to discuss your real estate needs, you can connect with us at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000. Now, sit back, relax, take good notes, and let's talk real estate. And hello to all my South Shore neighbors. This is Sharon McNamara, and you are, of course, listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable here on WATD. And we are happy to have George in the studio. He is under control with all of the controls there for us. We're also on Facebook, and we are going to be on all of our Connect pages before you know it. I am in studio right now with the newly engaged Mary Baker. Congratulations.
Hi. Thank you.
Put down that shiny thing. Oh my goodness. It's so shiny.
We've only been waiting for 5 years.
Yes, but hey, it doesn't matter. It was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
So exciting. And it's good to know. And he's known all along. It's just,
Now I know.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was waiting for you to catch up. So, but if you would like to watch us on Facebook so Mary can flash her new shiny ring at you, you can follow us on my feed, which is Sharon Costa McNamara. So you can go to Facebook, Sharon Costa McNamara, and we'll have you up on all the Connect pages soon enough. And so let's just get personal for a minute.
I knew you were going to want to do that.
No, but just can you tell everybody how exciting, or do you want to share? Do you not want to share?
No, I absolutely will. I will say more than, I think I've been saying this for the past couple of days now. I'm in a daze. I'm in such
That's called bliss.
It's kind of hazy. It's like, I thought he completely and totally surprised me. I thought I had planned this kind of romantic night out for us. And lo and behold, he had this massive surprise that I just was certainly not anticipating. But it was in the city on the Charles River. And
how awesome.
He saw like a little couple of signs during the day, which I thought was really sweet that he incorporated. Just we both believe in that kind of stuff. We both have parents that have passed on. So I think that means a lot to us.
Yeah.
And when he did it, I actually, my first response was not yes. It was, am I hallucinating? Is this actually happening? Is this real life?
Yeah. I love one that you did share with us. We were able to celebrate with you the next night at Holly's, and thank you again to everybody for inviting us. It was great. And I love that he had mentioned, Sam said, oh yeah, do you remember when you were so tired because you've been working around the clock, and there you are sitting on the bench at the Charles River, and this poor kid is like panicked because he has a very big ring in his pocket in a Tylenol bottle because the box was too big for his pocket, and you guys went for a nice dinner, but you were so tired. And he tried to lean in to give you a smooch. Yeah. And I think your comment was,
I'd rather sleep on this bench than give you a kiss. And I was just being a brat. I was tired, and I was going, and I feel like this happens. Like anybody, I guess you wait for it so long that you convince yourself it's never going to happen. And like, this could never possibly be the moment. Absolutely not. Like, he wouldn't choose to do this right now. I'm being such a jerk. And lo and behold, he goes, all right, Mary. Well, the reason I wanted to take this walk is so that I could ask you to marry me. And I'm sitting there going, no way.
Yeah. He slipped me
a
Mickey.
way.
He slipped me a Mickey. I'm sorry of it. But so congratulations to you and to Sam. We're all very excited for you here at Boston Connect Real Estate. I mean, your romance, started here, and it's sort of wild the way that it happened. I mean, both of you just being agents, and a little tidbit, when Sam first joined us, his dad had gotten sick and passed away soon thereafter. And we didn't even really get to know him yet. But when his dad passed away, myself and you and Matt Mahoney went to Sid's services. And after, the next morning after you got engaged, because of course you FaceTimed me at 11 o'clock at night. And
in the pitch black.
I feel like it was like 11:11. I'm going to have to go back to that moment and see if it was. But I went by to see Holly, gave her a big hug, like, oh, congratulations, this is so exciting. And we were just talking, and she's like, I know that Sid would have loved her. And I said, I believe that Sid chose her. So I really do think that that's how everything happened.
Well,
so
your
two dads were up there giving each other chairs, and they are so excited. Yes. So again, you are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. This is Sharon McNamara. I am here with Mary Baker, and Melissa Wallace is in the building. She is finishing up some work. She is trying to get herself settled so she can take a few days off. So we want her to be able to do that. I had my time this summer, so it's time for you guys to do a little taking some time off. We just gave a personal message about Mary's new engagement. So if you want to call into the studio to say congratulations, feel free. 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900. So that was exciting. Anyways.
Yeah, that's if I sound like an idiot at all during the show, it's because it's been a couple of days.
Yeah, and you're exhausted.
I'm still catching up. It's been an amazing couple of days, but I said to Sharon earlier, I was like, it's kind of nice to just like have a cup of coffee to myself right now.
I've been married 29 years. I would love to have a cup of coffee by myself. I love having coffee with my husband though. I love going for coffee and just taking the dogs for a walk. So we have Melissa has just joined us. I know that she was very busy. She put our agenda together tonight. We'll let her get settled in here. But hello, Mel.
Hello.
Yeah, I told everyone you're stressed because you're going away.
That's always how it happens.
That's always how it happens.
There's no getting around it. You you tell the universe you're going away and then forget about it. It's like everything good happens all at once, right?
Yes, it does. It does. So anyways, I thought tonight we would talk about new construction and all things new construction. And I thought the reason why we would do this is a couple things. I mean, first of all, you went away. You basically are the one who, for our team, you are the sort of the director of all of our buyer, the buyer agency side of our team. And I had to do that. And it comes back like right now, but I haven't really done that in a while. I showed up at a new construction house and I had on some like suede little booties and it was all mud. And I was like, thinking.
You weren't,
I had my new car, so I don't have my like new construction, like hunter boots in there. But I did put in an offer for somebody. The new construction is not one of our developments, but we're just finishing up Copperwood right now. We have one left in Bristol Estates and that's over $1 million, right?
Yeah, it'd probably be about 1.1 when it's listed.
It's going to be beautiful. I went by there the other day, and we have a new subdivision that's coming up. We have 88 units coming up in West Bridgewater.
You do.
There's mostly duplexes, but it's going to be really nice.
Really nice duplexes, though.
Yeah. So
the design is really nice.
Yep. And I've been doing new construction for a very long time. So my career really has been molded around new construction. Mary, when you started with me, I was in the middle of a project. So you learned right out the gate with that. But it was interesting because I put in an offer for somebody with new construction and I put in some contingencies and our offer didn't get accepted, but I know Melissa has a full lineup here, so I won't jump ahead. And we're dealing with something right now. We are the listing agents on this property and there are so many things that are out of our control when it comes to new construction. It makes it really, really difficult. So we're going to talk about a few of those things.
Just some things to keep in mind.
That was a
That was a lot of talking.
Lots of talking waiting for you here, Miss Melissa.
I'm here.
I know. Hey, here's another thing. Let me interrupt. So you haven't been here in a while because Melissa and I did a Saturday show.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I've missed three shows.
Yeah. So Melissa and I did it, and Liz thought she loved our show on that Saturday. Just saying.
It's not against you, Mary. She just thought that it was
Sometimes the banter's really there. Sometimes it really flows.
Well, we had 3 callers.
Oh,
we did. We had 3 callers.
Yeah. Oh, I remember telling me that.
Yeah.
So Tuesday night's got to pick it up with the callers.
I know.
Yeah. Well, really, we had 4 because Tamika called too.
Oh yeah, Tamika.
Oh. So all the gift cards are going out, and we're having fun. So yeah, so if you want to call in tonight, you can get a $20 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or Mary Lou's, or I'm going to McDonald's to get somebody a gift card. So if you want McDonald's and you can hang out with Frank, just give us a ring.
Yeah, 781-837-4900.
All right.
Tonight topic is
we're
all
talking
things
new construction. Yeah. So why don't we start off with those of our listeners who are considering new construction. So what are the major benefits of choosing new construction?
Nothing quite smells like new construction.
Like a new car, like new construction.
Isn't it true though?
It is. You walk in there, you smell the stain, you smell the paint.
Yeah, I am actually we built a garage a few years ago or a couple of years ago, and we did the sideboard and the plaster this past week.
Yeah.
And, I went into the garage and I was like, ooh, it smells like new construction. Yeah. So I love the smell of new construction. So that's one thing I like.
Well, you could have said that in our 5 senses show.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
You smell it.
But Mary, why don't you take this one?
So, I mean, benefits, I think the biggest or the 2 largest, one, you're designing your house kind of the way you want it in some cases.
I think a lot of builders are going to get away from that, though.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I think there's a lot of, unless you're doing incredibly custom, and that's one thing to understand, I think, and I'm kind of going off on a tangent. There's a difference between a semi-custom build and a completely custom build, and then just a builder who's putting up a house, essentially.
So why don't you tell our listeners what the differences are?
Okay. So custom is everything that you hear. So it's soup to nuts. You're sitting down with your builder and an engineer and designing the layout, designing everything, what you want to go into the space, how it's going to look, and then making all of your selections from there. That's kind of the big budget, right? You found the piece of land. Now I'm going to build the house.
You want a pocket door here. You want this open. You want angled this shower,
which is what we did when we did the in-law. So with our in-law, it was custom, right? Yep. We had our land. We hired an engineer to design the plans. Actually, no, Owen designed the plans for me. But designed the plan. We tweaked it and made it how we wanted it to be. And then we went out and bought everything, and our builder built it. So that's soup to nuts. And then your semi-custom build is kind of, here's the design, here's everything that we want to put in it as the builder. And then your basic specifications, which is everything that is included in the house. And you might have some opportunities to make changes. So that's kind of what Copperwood and Bristol have been for us, right? They've been semi-custom houses. So you can build a house, put up the house, tweak it, maybe move a closet door here, maybe make a bigger shower. Here's our selections, and this is kind of what you choose from. But you're not going to a kitchen designer and designing your kitchen from scratch, and you're not going to, just a flooring place and picking out all your own tile, all your own hardwood. The builder is very specific as to what is approved in his selections based off of the price that he's given you, what's included.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just remember when we first started Copperwood, we had maybe like 5 or 6 designs that people could choose from. And then we expanded that as the community got bigger. But I always, and I'm sure you guys always used to say this too, to people who came in, it's like, they've been building homes for so long that like they know what works, they know what people want, and then they maybe take a design out or add a new design because they know what people are looking for.
Times
so
change,
they
right?
tweak things. So, maybe it's not the open floor plan anymore. Maybe, and we've talked about that because of COVID and trying to make an at-home office and not having, personal space and stuff in the past year and a half. So it's forever changing. So, anybody thinking about joining a new community right in the beginning, once it gets to the end, and it might not have the same designs because, X amount of people chose the same design. So you don't want the same house over and over again type of thing.
That's a good point. I was going to bring that up too, is, if you go in and a certain style is what everybody loves, let's just say the Dartmouth, then everybody wants to build a Dartmouth. But the builder, generally speaking, they don't want all the same house in the cul-de-sac or, whatever street that you're on. So they like to try to mix that up a little bit. And sometimes the lots will, prevail anyways, and that will determine what you can put in. But you are right about the layout changing. I remember when I was the original marketing agent for Center Commons here in Pembroke, and it's a 55 plus development. And that's when that first started. But as time evolved, things were changing and being tweaked in the layout all along the way. And you know what, the good builders, I will say, really do take the advice of their real estate agent. There are some instances where I think that some builders and developers think, oh, what do I need the real estate agent for? But we're with the buyers all the time. So we know what buyers are looking for. And one of the things I appreciate the most about, Bisher and Owen from Stonebridge Homes is when I first started working for them, actually I met Bisher at an open house and he called me the next day. He had 5 lots on Equestrian and asked me if I would list them for him. And I went through the house and they asked me what what I thought. And I was like, well, do you want me to be honest or do you want me to just sort of appease you? Because that's just not me.
Yeah. You don't know me yet, but
I know. But
I'm about to make an impression.
I was like, I just really feel like you need a closet here when you come in the front door. They're like, no, we want the open. I remember Bisher saying, we're bringing the Kardashians to Pembroke. And I was like, well, Pembroke can only handle so much, but they definitely need a place to put their jackets. So he's like, I think it will close it in. And I was like, no. So he was sort of dressed up too. I gave him a piece of cardboard or something that was on the floor, and him and Owen are holding it up so they could see. I was like, look, it's still plenty open. You need that closet. So they put that closet in, and then it was then referenced as the Sharon closet.
And it still exists to this day.
Yeah. But I think that's the nice thing about working with a builder like that will take your input.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our job is to sell these properties. And I just pictured everyone walking through this saying, where do I put my jacket?
Yeah. Rather get the feedback before it actually gets to the public.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So we went through the designs, obviously never been lived in. So you have that fresh new smell to it. What about warranty?
I was going to say there always seems to be a warranty. Your typical new construction property being built by any builder is going to come with some 1-year warranty. Which, I mean, they're all very different. So it's same thing with specs. So your general specifications, so what the house is built out of and your warranty, there is no, one size fits all. They're all different. So I encourage everybody to really read through your specs to understand what you're getting in these houses, read through your warranty to understand what's covered and what's not. And something that I like just to talk about Stonebridge and what they're doing right now is they actually have been accepted by quality home builders. They had to go through a whole screening process. Their subs had to go through a whole screening process. They're actually able to offer in certain developments an extended 10-year home warranty that's covered by, that's backed by Liberty Mutual and through quality home builders. So not only are you getting a property that's brand new, you have a 10-year home warranty on it. So if anything does go in those 10 years, you can have it fixed, and or if you need to get relocated, you can sell your house with a home warranty, whatever that's, because it's transferable. So it's interesting.
One thing is I'm on Facebook, and Steve Cook from Imperial Inspection said, congratulations, Mary.
Thank you, Steve. I actually heard that Sam did a home inspection with Dave that morning, and he told me, he was like, anybody I came across today knows that this is happening. So Dave, the home inspector, Dave knows what's going on.
Dave knew.
He was like, my clients know. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes, everybody knew.
And I was oblivious. But thank you, Steve.
A good point, though, is Steve Cook is on the line, and I don't know, not on the line, but he is listening. And maybe if he wants to call in, he can do so, 781-837-4900. Again, it's Steve Cook from Imperial Inspection Services, and he is the one, he's our guy. We got a guy. He's the one we refer.
Always a guy.
But what is your take on that? I mean, do you think that people should do a home inspection on new construction?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Are you asking Steve?
I'm asking both of you.
Everybody.
Yes, I do. In general, I do. I think we've come across new construction so much at this point that even if you're a second-time home buyer, you just aren't aware of certain situations. It's just you have to do it at the right time. So, and I think that's a mistake that a lot of buyers make is they do it before the house is like completely ready. So you get there and you can't test all of the systems, or something isn't 100% complete, or they're still working on, tweaking little things prior to them getting occupancy. Because when you gain your certificate of occupancy, that's when your house is really done.
Yeah.
So after that is when the home inspection should happen.
I think it's important to, we say this all the time. Home inspections they're not just there like to find what's wrong.
Yeah.
I think that inspectors get a bad rap. They'll say, the home inspector, they just have to show their value. They have to find something wrong. I sounded like Archie Bunker a little bit right there.
I don't know what voice you were going for. But
yeah. But I think it's important. This is your heating system. This is your AC units. This is, you should change out this filter, that. This is your water shut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just general good knowledge to have. It's not the same. You're not going to go back to your builder and say, I need you to fix X, Y, and Z. So that's the difference, right? When you're doing a resale, you might have a home inspection and go back to the seller and say, I wasn't anticipating that there was mold in the attic, something like that. Typically that won't happen with new construction. If it does happen, it's usually very minor things. And then everything else is covered under the warranty, typically. I'm throwing that in there. I'm gaining my attorney. I am my attorney wings.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about model home versus a custom build? So what is the difference? What is more appealing to buyers? What have you guys seen,
That's interesting to me.
with the past couple communities you've worked on?
You want to take it? You want me to take it?
You can take it, yeah.
Thrilling stuff.
So it's exciting. I have a lot of things going through my head, but I'm trying to be polite and not talk too much.
Well, so model homes are typically the best deals in any development because they're the builder trying to showcase everything that they can do. And usually they come at the beginning of a development, which is also more your entry level for the development when it starts. So it seems to be a little bit more affordable. You get more options.
You get all the options.
You get all the options that they put into it. The only bad side is you didn't pick any of those options. So if you don't like the style flooring they chose, well, too bad. You kind of have to live with it.
You know what? Here's how I feel. If I was a builder and I was going to do a whole development, I think I would just build them and let people buy them.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're building. It just
You change it up.
Change it. Yeah, but it just gets so complicated. Then everybody's on Pinterest, and then everybody, Mark's a plumber, my husband's a plumber, and I saw this online, and I want to order this. And it's okay, fine. Like somebody recently, or maybe the beginning of the year, wanted to get all their own fixtures and they felt like they could get them cheaper. So Mark's like, okay, that's fine. You can go ahead and get what you want. What you're getting online is not the same quality as what you get through the supply house. I learned that firsthand myself because I was like, Mark, I saw this on this website. I'm just going to order it there. It came in and it was a piece of crap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, piece of crap. So then I had to return it, which was a hassle. And, he ordered me one from this, I think Snow and Jones. But I think that, so everything got delivered. Then this person ordered like this really, really heavy tub. I don't remember, some cast iron, something or other. And she called Mark and said, well, the delivery is coming with all of, with everything. And like, where do you want me to put them? And Mark's like, tell them to put them in the rooms that you want them. Like, here's the reason. Maybe there is a little bit of an upcharge on some things, but it's because he's lifting them. He's meeting the people. He's taking time out of his schedule. He might be on another job, but the delivery is coming. So it isn't like you're making a ton of money, but you have to make something. And then if something is missing in the box, which a lot of times it is, and this is just plumbing. So think about everything, electrical, everything that you're dealing with, knobs, everything. Then you have to go back to the supply house. You have to get the right one. You have to chase down these parts. My faucet in my house, I wanted sort of like the faucet that looks like, like the kitchen, like a industrial.
Yeah.
They said that we could easily replace the nozzle. I'd get a new nozzle to go with my faucet. It took 16 weeks for this thing to come in. It finally came in. It doesn't just twist on. It doesn't fit.
So in that time, you could have gone there, had it installed, had a different one break, replaced it.
I could have ordered the whole faucet with that handle.
Yeah.
Right. And now, so it's just a mess. But, then things come in cracked and everything else. And then, and then he doesn't want to be responsible. Hey, I had nothing to do with you ordering all this stuff. So does this faucet go in the main bath? Does it go into the owner's bath? Does it go, where does it all go? So that's my point about that. I would just build it and they will come. People will love it. I mean, we have resale homes and people love those.
Yeah. Everybody. Well, yeah, absolutely. Right? I agree. I agree with you. I think if you have a very specific vision of a house that you want to build, you should be going to a custom builder. Yeah. And you should not be going to somebody that is a semi-custom builder and the only reason I say that is because their prices are based off of the semi-custom, right? You're not going super extravagant with really anything. It's good quality, but it usually tends to be a nice little middle of the road.
And I would guess too, my mindset is probably this just because of the market we're in with low inventory. Yeah. But if we were in a situation where it wasn't low inventory, then I would certainly say let everybody have their own choice. But
yeah, I think when people think of new construction, they think of that's my opportunity to customize everything.
Yeah. You go into it thinking you're designing it soup to nuts, when in reality, you're designing it soup to nuts with 8 different carpet choices and 6 different tile choices. Which I
particularly like, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't give choices.
Oh, when we did our bathroom over, 15 years ago?
I might give me all the choices, girl.
Oh, we went to blue tile. Mark couldn't find me. I was out in the car. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, look, I'm having a hot flash right now thinking about it. I was like, we really need that many choices of tile? Honest to God. So even when we renovated the office, the old office, even this office, he's like, I'll pick out the colors. I'll do this. He came to me and he goes, here are 3 options. Which ones do you like? I was like, I really like that one. And he just took the other 2 away. I go, I didn't even get a chance to look. He goes, you said you liked it. That's what we're going with.
It took me a very long time to figure out the paint color in our living room. I have a picture of all the swatches that I have. I have more paint samples of gray and blue. Anybody need one?
There with the front of my house.
I'll give them to you.
How I ended up with powder blue, I'll have no idea.
I don't think it looks like powder blue.
It's powder blue.
It's not.
Somebody drive by Sharon's house and tell her it's not powder blue.
Do you want to give up my address right here?
I'm sure you've done it before.
No.
Okay, so demand for new construction. What is the current market demand for new construction? Mary Baker?
Incredibly high. That's a simple, easy answer. Incredibly high.
Okay, so since COVID, have you seen an increase?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So just if you're taking Copperwood as an example, we've been there. We started, it's a 34 lot community. We started in February of 2018.
Wow.
We opened our second phase in January, February of 2020. COVID hit. We didn't necessarily stop. They were able to, continue semi-building throughout.
They were still considered essential.
They were still considered essential, definitely not at full force. So things did slow down for a period, and we were finishing out some of our first phase at that point. But once that stay-at-home order was lifted and people could really feel as if they were trying to get back to normal, I think we took 8 reservations in the matter of a week for the second phase.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
That second phase sold out quicker than anything. And I don't see it stopping either. You know, Sharon was just saying she was with one of our buyers over the weekend or over last week, and they put in an offer on a new construction property. There is an additional couple of lots that are coming up in Pembroke. I feel like I go in MLS more and more, and I'm seeing larger new construction developments all throughout the South Shore.
And we do need that. I was watching, so last week I took a couple days to watch the California Association of Realtors. They had their convention, and
was Lawrence Young in that?
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
yeah, he's my man. But Lawrence Young, by the way, is the chief economist for NAR, National Association of Realtors. They had other economists on there though, and it was really interesting to watch because, well, one of the reasons why I wanted to watch California is because everything that starts west comes our way, usually in a year or two. So definitely lots of conversations going on. There was one whole class on, affordable housing and how can we have, get more affordable housing. And I'm on the affordable housing committee here in Pembroke too. But just more building is what we need in order to sort of push. We're sort of stuck in this little bit of a funnel. It's just about 6:45-ish almost right now. So we have 15 minutes left of our show. You are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable with the crew here at Boston Connect Real Estate.
Just the crew.
Yeah, just the crew here at Boston Connect Real Estate. You have Melissa Wallace and myself, Sharon McNamara, the broker owner of Boston Connect, along with Mary Baker. So this is our team.
Mary Baker for now.
Mary Baker, soon to be Horton.
Oddly enough, Melissa has been signing my my checks for the past several years.
The envelopes, not
the checks, the envelopes that she gives out everybody. It says Mary Horton. One time she put Mary Baker on it, and she came into my office, took it back from me, and she goes, "I don't want to subliminally say anything. I have to change it."
I think I don't even know why. Maybe you guys were in a fight or something. I'm like, Mary Baker. You know what? No, I can't put that in the universe.
It's here. She has that nice shiny ring on her finger.
Yeah.
Couple of things though that we did want to talk about. We have some fun things that are going to be going on around the office. So Melissa can fill you in. Do you want to fill everybody in on our jack-o'-lantern contest?
Yeah. So our annual jack-o'-lantern contest that we've been doing for now 5 years, because I started it. And we get so many submissions too. It's really fun. In the 12th hour, it's all of a sudden I show up one day and it's a million of them. But we are doing a jack-o'-lantern contest. So you can submit your pictures of your jack-o'-lanterns to administration@bostonconnect.com, or you can send them to your Boston Connect real estate agent. Or your third option is you can come to our office here at 19 Matakeesit Street and put your jack-o'-lantern on display on our beautiful stone wall out front. We'll put a little candle in it and we'll light it out. We want to light up Pembroke Center is what we want to do. So we want to display your jack-o'-lantern. And then the top two, everybody can come by or go on social media and vote.
And we'll have, we can trick-or-treat that night. Well, is it Sunday? So when will we do trick-or-treating?
We have to determine that if we're going to be doing trick-or-treating, but Halloween is on a Sunday.
We'll do trick-or-treating here.
Okay. And so you can come visit Sharon on Halloween.
No one comes to my house.
No one comes to mine either.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, hang out here with me. We'll drink some tequila and give out some candy.
We won't be giving out nips, just candy.
Just candy. We'll give out some nips to the adults. How's that?
There you go. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're just snowballing here. But yes, so you can submit the pictures of your jack-o'-lantern, but the top two people who get the most votes, either in person or on social media, wins a $50 gift card, Visa or American Express or whatever I buy this year. But
and you do kids and adults, right?
Yeah, so kids and adults. So the kids sometimes, because they don't always carve it, so sometimes they just color it or decorate it or poke things into it. But so we have a kids and then we have the adults who fight. Jenny Wandell always has a client that wins. So
I'm recruiting this year.
Yeah, so everybody should have their submissions in. Again, just a picture of your jack-o'-lantern is good. But if you bring your jack-o'-lantern here, that's even better. Yeah. So we'd love to.
If you bring your jack-o'-lantern here, we give you a vote.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
We'll give you
Automatic
you
vote.
automatically
Yeah.
start with a vote. So.
Exactly. And then we have on October 23rd, which is not this upcoming Saturday, but the following Saturday, we're going to be having a yard sale here at Boston Connect Real Estate, right in our front yard here. We're right in Pembroke Center, 19 Mattakesa Street, right across the street from Stop and Shop. And it's going to be really more of a fundraiser, but what we're going to be doing is having a yard sale. So with some, good things, like I have some furniture and things from other offices.
We have a caller on the phone.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? I talked to you a couple of weeks ago when you were on Saturday.
Oh, yes. How are you? I have Melissa here with me as well. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, good. Like I said, I call you the fun girls, fun ladies, because you make the show a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I happened to hear the replay this Saturday on your senses when you come into a house. And that was a funny show, seriously.
Oh, thank you. We had fun with Kristen.
Yeah, we try to keep it. There are times, I tell you, we sort of go off the rails a little bit, but, we'd like to make it entertaining for sure.
No, that really makes it better, in my opinion. I think it makes it better because there's plenty of information, but there's always time for a laugh and a joke and so forth. So, yeah, it's great. So, unfortunately, I'm not buying a brand new home. Sorry about that. But I was just going to say, so let's use the senses. So what senses do you use when you go into a brand new home? Because, first of all, I just want to say that when you go into somebody's home, you had crumbs, somebody had dust, somebody had this and that. Sorry, girls, I'm not inviting you to any of my parties.
We don't know. That is sort of the truth, though. People will sometimes, you go to somebody's house and they think that we're looking around. Even when we're there to look around, I'm not looking at stuff, to be quite honest. I'm looking at the house. But buyers certainly are looking at all that stuff. But Mary, do you want to answer this question? Like, what are the senses that you would use when you go into new construction? Great question.
I think for me, it would be my top two would be touch and sight. Because I think you can. I think you can, if you're savvy enough with new construction, you know what you're looking for. And I think any house in general, but specifically new construction, I think you have to pay a close attention to a lot of the detail. And then I am a culprit in new construction houses. I tend to run my hands along the walls. And that is because I lived through new construction and plaster is really important. So I do tend to do that a lot.
Yeah.
How about you?
I just, one thing I was thinking, do these new houses have like forced hot air?
Yes.
For the most part, they do. But in some instances, some people like forced hot water better just because of the moisture, because they find forced hot air too dry. But for the most part, I would say that they're all forced hot air. Do you prefer that or forced hot water?
I would just say this. If I was going in to purchase a new one, there's a lot of things to look for. But one thing I would ask, if all that ductwork had been covered during construction, because a lot of dust in, plaster and whatever can get in those ducts. And I've heard people that had issues a year later, and then they would find out that them ducts were loaded with plaster, dust and things like that. So, it's kind of a good practice to cover those ducts. I don't know if they do that today or not. But
that is a good point, because a lot of times the first time that the heat or the AC gets put on, we will notice that things sort of do blow through.
Especially with the trend of darker floors now, you kind of see, can see a lot of it.
You can see a lot of that. Yep. That's a good point, though, because even in resale homes, ductwork with like a lot of people who have allergies, if it's forced hot air, if there's cats and dogs, they have a really, really difficult time in a house with forced hot air, because that's a good suggestion to get them. I'm going to have my ducts cleaned out soon too, because I just had all my floors in my house resanded.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so I'm going to have them all done.
Yeah, that's a good. Get a reputable person to do it, though, because there's a lot of people that kind of say they do it. I've just listened to other shows over the years on things like that, and they don't do a thorough job. So,
yes,
just
I
kind
do
of
agree.
You're very thorough, so I know you're going to do it. But anyway.
Some people say I have an A-type personality. I don't know how true that is, but
Very.
what's my team saying?
Very, very type A.
Well, we're so
that's
glad that and you called us last. So we have a gift card going out to you, too.
I'm sorry. Are you Tom or Walter?
Yeah, I'm Tom. Yeah, Walter was the first
okay.
one. I had called prior. I didn't know you were giving the gifts away. I would have called you anyways. It wasn't about that. I had dialed the number before Walter off the top of my head because I like to talk to Tom Williams, and I dialed the wrong number. And so Walter got
we're
in,
so
but anyway.
glad that you're listening on a Tuesday night now. Now you have something to do on Tuesday. It's like it's date night with the three girls here.
Oh, there you go.
Real estate girls and Tom.
That's about the extent of how'd you know I'm lonely?
You know, Tom,
Lonely when you're with us.
yeah, we'll start calling you Charlie. We'll be your angels. How's that? The real estate angels.
No, it's just fun. It's just great to get a lot of information on the radio, different programs. And, but like I said, you girls, ladies, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's very informative, and you're very interesting, and you're a lot of fun. Good talking to you. I'll let you go now. Have a good night.
Thanks,
you, Tom.
Have a great night.
Yeah.
Call back again
Thanks a lot.
for us.
Bye.
All right. How sweet.
That was very sweet.
Yeah. So Tom is a sweet guy, and he called in that Saturday too. So maybe he'll come visit us on Halloween, and maybe he'll carve a jack-o'-lantern.
Maybe.
Yeah. So we only have 6 minutes left. I do want to talk about our real quick our yard sale that we're going to be having. The yard sale is going to be October 23rd. It's going to be here in our front yard at 19 Mattakesett Street. We just have to
I think
take
we
care
got
of it. Yep. Okay. So it's we're right across the street from Stop and Shop, right in Pembroke Center. And what we're doing is, if you bring a can good, and you can bring several, so it's bring a can, pay what you can.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. For the yard sale.
Yeah, for the yard sale. Yep. So we'll have a lot of items, some furniture things, some staging things, a bunch of other, maybe some clothes and things like that. So we're putting some stuff together. And if you bring 5 canned goods, then great. You'll get 5 little coupons, and you can pick whatever you want at the yard sale. So if I have a chair and I'm like, I want $5 for the chair, you can say I can pay $1. So you pay what you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to pay $10 for it, you can. All proceeds are going to be going to the food pantry, and they're also going to
My brother's keeper.
my brother's keeper. So, and then we're going to put together some baskets for my brother's keeper for Thanksgiving, which will be sort of fun for us to do.
Yeah.
So
I'm into it.
Yeah, a group of us are going to go to my brother's keeper in Easton, I think it is, and put together some baskets.
Yeah.
I have so many clothes to give away.
Yeah. So, yep. So yeah, definitely let us know. So again, that will be Saturday, the 23rd, October 23rd from 9 to 12. We're going to have popcorn machine out, and we're going to have some fun things for, just around. And if you want to bring your jack-o'-lantern, that would be a good time to do that as well. You can take a tour of our office, but most importantly, it's that time of year when it's more about giving than it is receiving. So just us receiving your presents will be fine. But the canned goods will be nice.
Yeah, very much so.
So bring a can, pay what you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun.
So any open houses or anything you need to discuss?
Not me. I won't be here.
Yeah,
So-
you're already in vacay mode.
Somebody, no, not at all. But
I will make
will
the
not be
rounds
here
this weekend.
to-
Melissa goes to all of our open houses for our team, our agents. So I'll do that this weekend.
So Sharon, why don't you, we only have a couple minutes, but briefly talk about why you wanted to talk about this topic, because, purchasing new construction, things to sort of consider.
Yeah. So
about.
just real quick, just a couple, because we only have a couple minutes here, is when I put the offer in this past week while Mary was away this past weekend, great couple. They were really excited about the property. I received the spec sheet on the property, and I don't know if I'm just so used to having something that's really thorough. This was very not thorough. And, you're putting in an offer for a house that's on the market for $679. I knew it was going to go over, so we were willing to budge that up over, the asking price. but as we were going through, and the realtor, by the way, was great. He was really, really good guy, very informative, always picked up his phone when I called him. So that was really good. That was enjoyable working with him. But while we were going through, he said, oh, so this is tile. And I was like, oh, do they get to choose what tile they have? Yeah, they'll have an allowance. Great. How much is the allowance? I'll get back to you. Then we'd go into another room. Okay, this is going to be, you can, for light fixtures, you'll have an allowance. For faucets, you'll have an allowance. So I heard that a lot. So one of the contingencies in my offer was, first of all, we wanted the permanent certificate of occupancy, right? And I just wanted to review and accept what those allowances were going to be. Yeah. And ultimately he said, I had a couple, we did do an inspection for basically where's the shut, informational, like where's the shut off and everything. And I wanted to make sure it was a 4-bedroom septic. So I put in there contingent upon receiving 4-bedroom Title V. And our offer didn't get accepted because we had so many contingencies. But I don't think our clients regretted doing that. And I wouldn't have felt good about putting in an offer without those contingencies, because
I totally agree.
Yeah. I mean, you could go there and, your allowance for, tile is 50 cents per square foot. Like, how do I know?
What can you get?
And again, I don't know the builder. I'm not saying there's anything bad about the builder. I'm sure he is 100% on board and on par, but my job is to protect the client.
It was just a little too vague.
Too vague. Mm-hmm. So we do hear
we hear our music. So thank you for tuning in tonight to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. Welcome back, Mary Bigger, newly engaged woman. And we don't know our topic next week, but we will be, we'll be here.
We'll be here.
We'll be here with something.
You can join us. Go to bostonconnect.com for more information.